Thomas Alva Edison quotes. Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. Time is really the only capital that any human being has, and the only thing he can't afford to lose. Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work. When you have exhausted all possibilities, remember this: you haven't. Tomorrow is my exam, but I don't care because a single sheet of paper can't decide my future. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. I start where the last man left off. Just because something doesn't do what you planned it to do doesn't mean it's useless. If we did all the things we are capable of, we would literally astound ourselves. The three great essentials to achieve anything worthwhile are hard work, stick-to-itiveness, and common sense. Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Everything comes to him who hustles while he waits. Your worth consists in what you are and not in what you have. There's a way to do it better. Find it. Discontent is the first necessity of progress. I do not believe in the God of the theologians, but there is a supreme intelligence I do not doubt. I don't live with the past. I am living for today and tomorrow. Good fortune often happens when opportunity meets with preparation. Great ideas originate in the muscles. Hard work, nothing to divert my thought, clear air and simple food made my life very pleasant. Hell, there are no rules here, we're trying to accomplish something. His genius he was quite content in one brief sentence to define: of inspiration 1%, of perspiration 99. I'm not discouraged, because every wrong attempt discarded is another step forward. I didn't fail 1000 times. The light bulb was an invention with 1000 steps. I failed my way to success. I have far more respect for the person with a single idea who gets there than for the person with 1,000 ideas who does nothing. I have friends in overalls whose friendship I would not swap for the favor of the kings of the world. I have not failed 700 times. I have succeeded in proving that those 700 ways will not work. When I have eliminated the ways that will not work, I will find the way that will work. I never did a day's work in my life. It was all fun. I never did anything worth doing by accident. What you are will show in what you do. Results. Why, man, I have gotten a lot of results. I know several thousand things that won't work. Your son is mentally ill. Don't let him come to our school anymore. We should never give up even if everyone would say otherwise. I never view mistakes as failures. They are simply opportunities to find out what doesn't work. I readily absorb ideas from every source, frequently starting where the last person left off. I start the work where the last man left off. I have never made a mistake. I have only learned from experience. If parents pass enthusiasm along to their children, they will leave them in a state of incalculable value. Inspiration can be found in a pile of junk. Sometimes, you can put it together with a good imagination and invent something. It is astonishing what an effort it seems to be for many people to put their brains definitely and systematically to work. Maturity is often more absurd than youth and very frequently is most unjust to youth. Nearly every man who develops an idea works it up to the point where it looks impossible, and then he gets discouraged. That's not the place to become discouraged. Never get discouraged if you fail. Learn from it. Keep trying. Not everything of value in life comes from books. Experience the world. People are not recommended by how few times they fail, but by how often they succeed. Every wrong step is another step forward. Restlessness is discontent, and discontent is the first necessity of progress. Show me a thoroughly satisfied man and I will show you a failure. Someday, man will harness the rise and fall of the tides, imprison the power of the sun, and release atomic power. Surprises or reverses can serve as an incentive for great accomplishment. There are no rules here. We're just trying to accomplish something. The best thinking has been done in solitude. The worst has been done in turmoil. The chief function of the body is to carry the brain around. The first requisite for success is the ability to apply your physical and mental energies to one problem incessantly without growing weary. The man who doesn't make up his mind to cultivate the habit of thinking misses the greatest pleasure in life. The reason a lot of people do not recognize opportunity is that it usually goes around wearing overalls looking like hard work. The thing I lose patience with the most is the clock. Its hands move too fast. The value of an idea lies in the using of it. There is far more opportunity than there is ability. There is no substitute for hard work. There is time for everything. To have a great idea, have a lot of them. To invent, you need a good imagination and a pile of junk. To my mind, the old masters are not art, their value is in their scarcity. Vision without execution is hallucination. Waste is worse than loss. The time is coming when every person who lays claim to ability will keep the question of waste before him constantly. The scope of thrift is limitless. We don't know a millionth of 1% about anything. We shall have no better conditions in the future if we are satisfied with all those which we have at present. What a man's mind can create, man's character should control. When a man desires a thing so deeply that he is willing to stake his entire future on a single turn of the wheel in order to get it, he is sure to win. When I have fully decided that a result is worth getting, I go ahead of it and make trial after trial until it comes. You can't realize your dreams unless you have one, to begin with. Anything that won't sell, I don't want to invent. Its sale is proof of utility, and utility is a success. Learn with both your head and hands. Never stop learning. Read the entire panorama of literature. I owe my success to the fact that I never had a clock in my workroom. There is no expedient to which a man will not go to avoid the labor of thinking. I find my greatest pleasure, and so my reward, in the work that precedes what the world calls success. As a cure for worrying, work is better than whiskey. Exam is not life. Exam cannot decide your future predictions. If I could solve all the problems myself, I would. Success is based on imagination plus ambition and the will to work. Non-violence leads to the highest ethics, which is the goal of all evolution. If you want to be a great businessman, a lawyer, a writer or an artist, no matter how small your dreams are, rise from the ridicule. The trouble with most people is that they quit before they start. Every problem is an opportunity in disguise. Opportunities don't happen, you create them. Opportunity does not knock. Turn your obstacles into opportunities and your problems into possibilities. Nothing is worse than missing an opportunity that could have changed your life. Creating opportunities means looking where others are not. A wise man will make more opportunities than he finds. Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Victory comes from finding opportunities in problems. Today is an opportunity to get better. Don't waste it. Your big opportunity may be right where you are now. How much I missed, simply because I was afraid of missing it. To succeed, jump as quickly at opportunities as you do at conclusions. Ability is nothing without opportunity. Please subscribe my channel.